They knew, and they let it happen. 2 kids. Okay? We gotta nail these scumbags. We gotta show people, not a priest or a cardinal or a freaking pope.
제88회 아카데미 작품상 수상. 미국 천주교의 조직적 성착취 은폐를 다룬 영화 스포트라이트'입니다. 보스턴 글로브 언론사의 스포트라이트 팀. 점심 먹을 시간도 없이 취재에 한창입니다.
Did you see the numbers from Washington?
All I'm asking, who's behind it?
New boss coming in to make some cuts?
No idea.
Aren't you sitting down with him?
Yes, I am.
So is it about Spotlight?
본사에서 새로 온 국장 마티 베런.
Mr. Barron, Walter Robinson.
You're an editor for the Spotlight team.
We are a 4-person investigative team. So, you anticipate more cuts?
What I'm more focused on right now is finding a way to make this paper essential to its readers.
Bradley.
다음
Hey.
날
And what parish he belongs to?
Bradley. Okay. Barron wants to talk to us.
Us?
Thorough investigation into the Gagin case.
No, we haven't.
And that's the kind of thing your team would do.
Well, yeah, but we're still prospecting the Boston PD story I told you about.
Could you set that aside?
We could. Hey.
그렇게 스포트라이트 팀은 교회 성범죄 사건을 장기 취재하게 됩니다.
Barron wants us to scrub the Gagin case. Also, we should be talking to the lawyer who repped the victims in the Porter case.
Porter case? Remind me?
Yeah, the Porter, similar story. Molested dozens of kids in Fall River about 10 years.
I don't need to tell you guys this. We need to be more discreet than usual. All right?
한편 마이크는 예전 피해자의 변호사를 찾아갑니다.
I'm Mike Resendez from the Boston Globe.
Did you know that they tried to bring me up before the Massachusetts Board of Bar Overseers 3 times?
The church?
Yeah, the church.
I know there's things you cannot tell me, but I also know there's a story here, and I think it's an important story.
I can't talk to you right now, Mr. Resendez. I'm very, very busy.
Can I at least talk to some of your clients, the victims?
Call me tomorrow. I gotta think
Thank
about it. Yep.
Thanks for
Yep.
You find anything on this guy, Phil Saviano?
샤샤는 피해자들을 섭외합니다.
It's part of a victims organization. Kirkchin did a story on him right after the Porter case.
It's a victims organization?
Yeah, it's called SNAP. Want me to track him down?
Yeah, bring him in.
I'm here to see Sasha Pfeiffer.
Your name?
Phil Saviano. And I want you to know that you have the full cooperation of my organization, SNAP.
How many members are in your organization, Phil?
We had 11.
You had a woman in your group?
Of course it was a woman. They don't discriminate, not when it comes to abuse. I was 11, and I was preyed upon by Father David Hawley in Worcester. When you're a poor kid from a poor family, religion counts for a lot. And when a priest pays attention to you, it's a big deal. So you go along. Then he shows you a porno mag. Until one day he asks you to jerk him off or give him a blowjob. And so you go along with that too, because you feel trapped, because he has groomed you. So you reach for the bottle or the needle. Or if those don't work, you jump off a bridge. That's why we call ourselves survivors. Here, and talk to Richard Sipe. He worked in one of the church's treatment centers.
Phil, what's a treatment center?
It's where they send priests when they get caught. Think about it. There are so many of them. How else could they have hidden it for so long?
So many what?
Priests! Priests!
피해자들을 더 취재하기 위해 마이크는 미첼 게러비디안 변호사를 다시 찾습니다.
Mitchell, what a surprise. How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Resendez.
I get that, but I don't need to name names.
I don't believe you, Mr. Resendez.
I'm sure you don't.
I don't.
Listen, Mitchell, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I'm digging around for Spotlight.
Spotlight's on this?
Yeah, we're looking into it, but you gotta help me. You gotta let me talk to some of these victims, please.
Come back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m.
Thank you.
다음 날 마이크는 피해자를 취재합니다.
You don't mind if I take some notes, do you? How old were you when it happened?
I was 12. Just after my dad killed himself.
Oh, jeez. When did you first meet Gagin?
Well, my sister, she saw him over in the Dunkin' Donuts. Tells him about my old man passing, and he rushed right over.
샤샤는 다른 생존자를 만납니다.
Miss Pfeiffer?
Joe. Hi.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
No,
Please
problem.
sit. So he said, you know what'll help is if we play Strapoka. And things went on from there.
Can you tell me specifically what happened?
He molested me.
So what happened after that?
Well, he took off his clothes and he said, I've been so depressed, but maybe you can cheer me up and give me a blowjob. I know what you must be thinking, like, why would I ever do that? This is the first time in my life that someone told me that it was okay to be gay. I'm sorry. I knew I was gonna do this.
You can use my name if you want.
Thanks, Patrick.
Don't thank me. Just get these assholes, will you?
He's one of the lucky ones. He's still alive.
교회 치료센터에서 근무했던 사이프에게 전화가 옵니다.
Phil Saviano gave me your name. I was wondering if I can ask you a few questions.
Of course, yeah.
Great.
Studying abusive priests and their victims.
Really?
The church wants us to believe that it's just a few bad apples, but it's a much bigger problem than that. I would classify it as a recognizable psychiatric phenomenon.
He goes after boys not because he prefers them, but because they have more shame. I mean, these guys are predators, Robbie. He called it a phenomenon.
Why didn't he go public?
He did, but the church made a huge effort to discredit him.
You gotta get him.
I'll get him.
피해자와 합의한 내용을 알기 위해 담당했던 변호사를 만납니다.
We understand you've settled several cases against each of them.
Even if I'd been involved in those cases, the settlements would be confidential, and I could be disbarred for acknowledging their existence.
Why aren't there any records? I was down at the courthouse earlier. There aren't any records of any of these settlements.
We dealt directly with the church.
So this was all under the table?
There's no paper trail at all. The victim has to sign a confidentiality agreement to get the settlement. The lawyer takes a third, and the church sweeps it under the rug.
Jesus, it's a freaking racket.
Sick leave isn't the only designation they use when they take one of these priests out of circulation. They use a slew of terms. Absent on leave, unassigned, emergency response.
You got a word for everything, these guys.
Except rape.
I got Sipe.
Only 50% of the clergy are celibate. Most of them are having sex with other adults. The fact remains that this creates a culture of secrecy that tolerates and even protects pedophiles. My estimates suggest 6% act out sexually with minors.
Everybody knew, but nobody wants to cuff a priest.
And what about the prosecutor?
I shouldn't talk about this shit.
I think you should, actually.
스포트라이트 팀은 사건을 파면 팔수록 점점 더 심각한 실태를 알게 됩니다.
Hi there. I'm looking for Ronald Paquin. We spoke to several men who knew you when they were boys at St. John the Baptist in Haverhill. They told us you molested them. Is that true?
I fooled around, but I never felt gratified myself. I never raped anyone. I should know.
How would you know?
I was raped.
I'm sorry, who raped you?
Bonnie, who are you talking? And I don't want you coming back here.
Miss Paquin.
교회는 단순히 몇몇 신부의 일탈이 아니라 세대를 이어서 성추행과 성폭행을 자행하고 있었습니다.
He didn't try and hide it at all. He had this really odd rationalization for it, like it was totally normal to fool around with little boys. I'd really like to go back. I think he'd talk to us.
미첼은 성추행 합의 결과에 대한 문서를 언론에 내기 위해 교회의 비공개 문서를 공개해야 하는데 애를 먹고 있습니다.
Hey, Mitch, how you doing? He's tough, that Wilson Rogers.
And Wilson Rogers, that smug son of a bitch, he files a motion opposing my motion.
The sealed documents?
Yes. I can attach the sealed documents, the same documents that your paper is currently suing for.
And it's all public, because your motion to oppose Rogers' motion is public. That courthouse right now and get those documents?
No, you cannot.
Mitch, are you telling me that the Catholic Church removed legal documents from that courthouse?
I'm not crazy. I'm not paranoid. I'm experienced. Check the docket. You'll see.
공개 문서도 엔닉시키는 교회의 힘을 꺾기 위해서는 상대로부터 기각 신청을 받아 그 반박 서류를 통해 문서를 법정으로 이끌어내야 합니다.
Docket entry number 49. That's in the gig case.
역시나 공개 서류지만 내용물이 없습니다. 시간이 지나 반박 서류가 공개됐음에도 열람실에서 서류를 보지 못하게 하자 마이크는 담당 판사에게 직접 찾아갑니다. 드디어 교회를 잡을 결정적 증거를 손에 넣습니다.
Robbie, it's incredible. Law knew about Gagan for years, no question. But she sent it to Law, and Law did shit.
How do you ignore that freaking letter?
We got him.
No, this is Law covering for one priest. There's another 90 out there.
Yeah, and we'll print that story when we get it, but we got to go with this now.
No, I'm not going to rush the story, Mike.
Looks like a long day.
기사 보도 직전 스포트라이트 팀장 로비는 깊은 고뇌에 빠집니다.
You know, you get a lot of people here respect you, Robbie. You know, but people need the church. You know, he might not be perfect, but we can't throw out all the good he's doing over a few bad apples.
로비에게 마지막 비유가 들어옵니다.
Mighty Baron is just trying to make his mark. Gonna be here for a couple of years and he's gonna move on. Where are you gonna go?
과연 로비는 다른 사람처럼 이 끔찍한 사실을 은폐할까요?
Good night, Robbie.
미국에서 실제 일어난 사건을 바탕으로 만든 영화 스포트라이트. 성폭행이라는 소재이지만 전혀 선정성 없이 이야기를 이끌어가는 모습에서 작품성을 더욱 높이 살만한 좋은 작품이라는 평가를 매기고 싶습니다. 이 영화에서는 남자아이에 대한 성폭행을 위주로 다뤘지만 지금 이 순간에도 수많은 소년 소녀들과 심지어 성인들도 종교라는 이름 속에서 위력에 의한 성폭행에 희생되고 있습니다. 이미 우리나라에서도 수많은 교회의 그루밍 성폭행 사건을 뉴스에서 접할 수 있습니다. 우리나라 모든 교회가 이렇지는 않지만 미국에서와 같이 교회가, 엄밀히 말하자면 천주교가 조직적으로 은폐한 사실 또한 존재합니다. 경각심을 가지고 이런 사건들을 반드시 계속해서 언론이 세상에 알려야 할 것입니다. 제88회 아카데미 작품상을 수상한 스포트라이트. 영화 꼭 보시기 바라며 주변을 둘러보고 보호를 받아야 할 미성년자들이 종교라는 이름하에 끔찍한 일을 당하고 있지는 않은지 관심을 가져주시길 바랍니다.